Are you ready for a new vocabulary lesson? Well, before we do that, let's start by reviewing the words that we did yesterday. The first word, do you remember, was rocky. Do you remember what rocky means? That's right, it means it's covered with rocks. That person there is walking on some rocky land. The other word we learned yesterday was fluffy. Do you remember what fluffy means? That's right, it means soft and puffy like feathers. Did you sleep on your fluffy pillow? Did you snuggle with your fluffy blanket last night? All right, now let's learn our two new words that come from our book, A Baby Penguin Story by Martha Rusted. Now, the first word is going to be found on this page. I'll hold it there so you can see the whole big page first. And then it says, burr, shiver, ah, cuddle. Mom huddles around her chick. It's an icy world. The chick stays warm. It's an icy world. Icy is our first new word today. Icy. And as you can see there, that person is skating on some ice. So if something is icy, it means it's covered with ice. Now, hopefully we're not going to see that around much anymore, but I want you to get up and pretend that you are walking on an icy sidewalk. Do you remember what that feels like from this winter? Remember going out for recess when you had to walk very carefully across all that ice? Step carefully so you don't slip. Good job. All right. Now, our second word has something to do with when the penguins are eating. So I'm going to show you the big page there. And then it says, splish splash, it's time to learn swift swimming skills. The penguin chick needs speed to catch a tasty swarm of krill. Now let's go back. Do you remember swift? Do you remember that means to move fast? Okay, so the penguin has to be able to move fast so he can catch a tasty swarm of krill. Now, when we read this book back at school, we had talked about krill, that they're little shrimp-like fish that the penguin loves to eat. So if it's something that you'd like to eat, you consider that food tasty. Tasty means delicious. So if you like the taste of something, you would say that that food is very tasty. So in this one, they're saying that a bowl of cherries is tasty. Now, we're going to play a little game here called Tasty or Not Tasty. And as we learned last week, we all have opinions about how we feel about things. So what one person likes, another person might not like. So when it comes to things that are tasty, we don't all agree, because I know eating krill, ugh, eating shrimp, ugh, fish, that to me is not tasty. But it might be to you. You might like fish. So here we go. A sweet, crunchy red apple. Is that tasty or not tasty? How about this one? Tasty or not tasty? Fresh, warm broccoli. Now, I know some of you like to eat broccoli in the salad bar at school when it's cold with ranch, but do you like warm broccoli? Would you say it's tasty? How about this one? Tasty or not tasty? Fluffy white rice. I like fluffy white rice, so I would say that's tasty, but you may not feel the same way. Now, if you have someone sitting close to you, or even if it's a stuffy or your pet, Maybe you could talk to them about foods that they think are tasty or not tasty. All right. See if you can use icy, tasty, rocky, and what's the other one? Fluffy when you're talking to people today. All right. I'll see you later.